about my craft journal or my watercolor journal. In the last video, I was quite focused on my planner setup for 219 and my creative journal setup. But the thing is, I really enjoy using watercolors, and I enjoy carving stamps and making fun spreads, just something to um, log my crafting, some watercolor improvements. I'm trying to learn, quite new at this. So I have these two notebooks. This is actually watercolor papers. It's Khadi paper. You can get it at Jackson's Art Supplies. This is the smaller size. I quite like the smaller format. As you can see, I think it's 15 by 15 centimeters square papers. So just a quick update, along with my planners and my journals. I'm using this not on a regular basis, just when I have time to catch up, to play, to explore, learn some new watercolor techniques or carve stamps, so I can log what I carved, some design ideas, maybe something to work on. Yeah, you'll see. So this is the Khadi paper journal. This is my watercolor palette. It's a lot. I don't use all the colors. I love watercolors. I love having them. I love the options. I've recently found out that I always reach for this. It's quinacridone gold. It's by Schminke. I always reach for certain pinks. This is from London Gifties. Just recently gifted it to me. It's a wonderful pinkish color. Quinacridone magenta. The green from Daniel Smith. It's I'll link it down below. I can't remember right now, but it's a wonderful deep green with a brown pigment sedimentation. It's a gorgeous color. It's one of the Primatech colors. So the colors I use are actually quite limited. I use a limited palette recently, but having options, I don't know, it just makes my day. So I'm free to explore. This is from the Stationery Selection subscription box from the December one. These are amazing. They're pearlescent, they're shimmery, they're nice, thick, a lot of pigment, and you can use them with dip pens. The consistency is quite thick. I'll show you some flowers that I did using them. Just a different experience. These are not like traditional watercolors if you used them. These are opaque. And I don't know, thicker, just more creamy. I'm not sure how to express myself. They are similar to this. Just one moment. I removed them from their original box because I accidentally broke it. So I put them in this tin. You can't see the colors here. These are Sumi ink based also. These are muted. I did a swatch little video and some photos on my Instagram. You can check them there. Amazing colors, really wonderful, subtle and muted hues, purples and greens and black yellows. That's really interesting to see. So these are the watercolors that I'm using at the moment. Sorry for the shakiness. I'm doing this with one hand. So these are the Sumi ink based. These are the pearlescent ones from the Stationery Selection. This is my primary palette with a bunch of colors. So the main ones are Schminke, some Daniel Smith, London Gifties, a couple of London Gifties, amazing handmade watercolors, some Winsor and Newton, and some Van Gogh, I think. Yes, Van Gogh. They're student grade, but they're actually excellent, and I started to prefer them over the Winsor and Newton ones. They are more pigmented. I think I feel much more at ease using them. Oh, this is the green one from the Daniel Smith I was mentioning. I'll try to remember the name. So regarding brushes, just recently I started using the Skoda travel brushes. This is the Skoda Reserva. This is number 4. This is the smaller one, and even though this is real animal hair, and it's quite special. It has a wonderful tip when wet. I think it's not about the hair, but it's about the size. I prefer this one. It's Skoda Versatile. It's synthetic. It has more snap. The tip is amazing. I don't know, it doesn't want to focus. The tip is amazing, and I like this size better. I don't know if it's the synthetic hair or if it's because of the size. I think it's the size. I prefer this one, actually. So these are the main 2 brushes I use. I switch a lot of brushes. I have a lot of cheap synthetic ones that are amazing for certain effects. I have some Japanese style brushes I got in the stationery selection box, so I enjoy using them. But these are the 2 that I reach for the most. They are like my basic ones that are always on my desk near my watercolors, and the other ones are in a cup, and I reach for them when I would like to have a certain effect. So I don't have a lot of pages filled here. I just recently started this khadi paper journal, so this was actually a color swatch, and it turned into a birdie, so I wanted to try out some new colors. Oh, this is a big failure, but I really don't know a lot about layering and botanical sketching, but this is a learning process, so I tried to do this flower, and I don't think even the khadi paper is suitable for this kind of painting, but I wanted to give it a go, so this is the result. Some abstract flowers, playtime. I'm trying to get better at florals, so this is like a floral sketch swatch thing with some new Daniel Smith colors I got. This is Rose of Ultramarine, and this is I think it's Moon Glow. I'm not sure, but these are the 2 colors I really like. Watercolor breath, I tried creating really, I like really loose watercolors, just a hint of structure. Again, some floral practice. Love the greens in this one. Green Apatite Genuine, that's the name of the green color. There's some of it here, mixed with others, of course. Oh, there it is. That's the one. Some swatches. Potter's Pink is nice. Some more layering practice. Again, I think this paper is not the best one to use for this kind of thing, but I wanted to give it a go. Just some, I don't know, what is this? Seeds. I don't know. I just kept going and going to see what will happen when I layer over certain structures. Oh, and this is with the pearlescent watercolors. See? I love it. It's a wonderful shimmer, pearlescent glow, and the copper is amazing. I think that's my favorite one. You can use it for lettering. You see, this is with a dip pen. This is the Browser or the pumpkin nib, the blue one. If you're into nibs, you'll know what I mean. And I think that's it. This is just a little practice of mixing colors. So quinacridone gold, ultramarine, rose of ultramarine, some I don't know what this purple is, but I have no idea. But I tried mixing a couple of colors to see what will happen. That's it, basically, just playtime. And the craft journal is in this little leather folio. It's the MD Notebook cotton paper. I posted pictures regularly on my Instagram showing you what I have. I've been using it since last summer, just sporadically, not on a regular basis. So the first spread is actually with Sana's stamps, Sana's birdies. She gifted them to me and I love them so much, so I wanted to just make a note, a little memory spread with them. Use some pressed flowers and some washi I like. You can catch Sana Skrivsilar on Instagram. I'll try to link everything down below. She is an amazing stamp carver. Just lovely stuff. And the next spread, these are actually my birdies, my take. They can be layered. There are 2 stamps in a set. One is a block, a full color, and one is just the outside lines. So it's fun to use with the different colored inks. Pressed flowers, again, I was into this pressed flowers phase for a longest time. I still love to use them, but not as much. This is another version of the birdies. These are some experimental ones. I don't carve them often, but I like the full block of color, and the image is just carved with line work. So these are fun. As I said, I don't do them that much. I love this one. This is actually my favorite, this tulip. It's fun to layer them. Oh, again, the bird is just a different take on them. This combo is nice. I have to remember that. These are my flowers. These are actually listed in my Etsy shop right now. I think these are my favorite ones I carved. There is the hydrangea, the plum blossom, and the flower. I have no idea what it is, so I named it No Idea Blossom. You can mix and match them any way you like. They're really versatile, and I use them a lot myself. So I keep them on my Etsy because there's just a constant flow of demand for this kind of stamps, so that's what I usually do. This is a spread I did with some new stamps I bought. So I didn't carve them. These are Kurkinki, these are 10 to Sen, these are Ula Happy Stationery from Julia, and I just adore them. So I did a little spread for that, and this is me swatching out London Gifties watercolors. I'm just in love with this one, ultramarine rose and lavender blue. They give the most beautiful mix. See, and you can see the granulation. Had a lot of fun swatching them. So I made a spread to remember some mixes and have swatches. Oh, this is when I got the Cafe Analog, the big stamp. I tried deconstructing it, so I'm quite happy. You can use that stamp a lot. Like, you can use the frame, the words, you can use the little stars. I don't have it near here right now, but it's such a versatile stamp. I use it a lot, and you can't even tell it's the same stamp, so that's fun. I like deconstructing and using in different ways. So you get the most of your supplies when you have them. And if you use the whole image, it's just an amazing journaling card. It's journaling in a little frame. Just so much fun. These are the stamps I carved for autumn, and they're just some little stamps you can, I don't know, do a wreath or some botanical patterns. There's a chestnut, a leaf, and an acorn. I used some watercolors to create a red shape and stamped all over. So fun. Again, this is the Cafe Analog Kamut stamp. These are Sana's mushrooms. Again, stamp carving level, I don't know, level a million. Let me look at this. Lovely. And some papers she also stamped for me. So created this little layout to remember that. Oh, what's this? Color mixing. I didn't want to throw out the papers, so I threw it in here to remember what I did. I prefer these greens the most. I think they're amazing for some leaves. Some more stamp carving, some smaller hydrangeas volume 2. They're also at my Etsy shop available now. If you're interested, take a look. And these are actually some wax seal stamp ideas. I carved them out of lino to, you can use lino to stamp on wax as a wax seal stamp. It's tricky, but sorry, I got cut off. So continuing here with the voiceover, just a quick look at the last 2 pages. Some new stamps I carved, some cool leaf shapes that can actually be used to create new flowers when used together. So that's it, documented on the most recent spread. And we're done. That's my craft journal. Thank you so much for stopping by, for taking a look, and leave a comment down below. Say hi. See you.